What if I told you that the YouTube search bar is not at the horizontal center of your screen? If you inspect a YouTube page and make the button section red to make it more visible and then increase its width, you will notice that the search bar shifts to the left. That's because YouTube is using display flex with justify content to space between for its header, meaning that the search bar is centered based on the components around it, and since the logo section and the button section don't have the same sizes, the search bar cannot be at the center of your screen, even though it looks like it is. It is a very simple approach that is quite common amongst major websites. You'll also find it on Twitch, for example. But if you do this on your own websites, and let's say you need to add a new button to your header, well, you will see your search bar shift to the left. To avoid that, you might want to consider centering it based on your screen. So let's see some ways to achieve that, and I'll show you how I implemented it on my own web app, BuzzRank. Whether you wish to use CSS Grid or CSS Flexbox, the logic is the same. You want your centered component to have a min and a max width, and you want your side components to always equally fill the remaining available space. After this, you just need to justify your left component to the left and your right component to the right, and that's it. Here is how I would implement it with Flexbox on a React application. To get started, let's consider the BuzzRank header, and here is my code for it. It has 4 different sections: the header container, the logo section, the search section, and the interaction section. And for the sake of simplicity, we're only going to style the header container. If it wasn't already styled, here is how it would look. Now, because I'm using a CSS library called Emotion,
Hello there.
I can use the CSS prop to style my component. And as I said, let's start by using display flex. We can already do the same thing as YouTube and justify our component with space between. But now if I try to remove the login button from my header, the search bar moves and is clearly not centered anymore. To prevent this, we want the first child, the logo section, and the last child, the interaction section, to fill all remaining available space. For this, we need to give them the CSS property FlexGrow and set it to 1. Here I'm using the shorthand flex. And now we just need to set the justify content value of our interaction container to flexEnd. And we're done. If I now remove the login button, the search bar will stay centered. But on BuzzRank, I'm actually not using CSS Flexbox for my header, but CSS Grid, because with Grid you can have the exact same result with a single line of code. With the property grid template columns, you can specify the expected sizes of each component individually. So the first and the last one can each share 1 fraction of the available space, while the middle one can have a min and a max width. Note that you'll also need to justify your content with that approach. And that is how you truly center a div using Flexbox or CSS Grid. If you liked the video, or if you are interested in web development, please consider subscribing. I also want to thank you guys for the great support I've been getting recently. The channel just passed 500 subscribers, and some of you really seem to like the content, and this means the world to me. So thank you for that, and see ya!
You're all breathtaking!